Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to our channel Botany with YouTube. Today I'm here a PhD scholar. I'm going to present a topic seed in angiosperms. Overview of angiosperms. Selective advantages of flowering plant which has led to their success. General characteristics of flowering plant. Reproduction in angiosperms. Classification of angiosperms. Ecological and economic importance of angiosperms. Angiosperms plants. The word angiosperm has been derived from a couple of Greek words. Angio stands vessels and sperma means seed. Botany with YouTube is our channel. If you are new in our channel, then please try to subscribe our channel firstly. Overview of angiosperm. Angiosperm is a plant that produces flowers, fruits, seeds and have their ovule in their seed enclosed in the ovary. The largest and most diverse group in the kingdom Plantae with 68 orders, 416 families, approximately 13,164 known genera, about 4 lakh species and make up about 90% of all plant species in this earth. You can say that selective advantages of flowering plant which have led to their success. Angiosperm use of flower produced to make them more reproductive successful. The pollination of flower by animal or bees in exchange by nectar made angiosperms more reproductively successful. Angiosperm also began to encase their seed in fruit which provide extra nourishment and protection for their offsprings. Produce flower and fruits to aid in seed dispersal. Can produce which are more suitable than seed for gymnosperms. Most important, they have vessels that can escalate their growth. Evolution of angiosperms. Angiosperms appear on the earth during Cretaceous period. The common ancestor of angiosperms are gymnosperm. The origin and spread of angiosperms are discovered by Charles Darwin. Gametophytes are the common group of gymnosperm most similar to angiosperms. General characteristics and habitat. Angiosperms are mostly terrestrial. Few species are aquatic. Freshwater. Some are mesophytes, some are xerophytes, and some are succulents. For example, euphorbia. General characteristics. Some are halophytes, some are lithophytes, and you can say that some other may be found in marshy habitats. For example, rhizophora. Botany with YouTube is our channel. Share our channel, share our videos with your other friends, colleagues, and researchers. Habitats. The habitat of flowering plants can be determined by its height, duration, and nature of stem. There are of three main types: herbs, shrubs, and trees. Morphology of gymnosperms. The branch of biology that deals with the study of form, size, structure of an organism. Morphological. Angiosperm body divide into two main systems: root system and shoot system. Nutrition. Angiosperm are mostly autotrophic plant, few are heterotrophic. The heterotrophic angiosperm are three types: saprophytes, parasites, and insectivores. Germination. There are three main types of gymnosperms: germination of angiosperms, hypogal germination, apical germination, and viviparous germination. Movement in angiosperms. They show two types of movements: autonomic movements, autonomic movement of variation, autonomic movement of growth, paratonic movement of curvature, paratonic movement of growth, paratonic movement of variation. Reproduction in angiosperms. This involves the production of male and female gametes. It is transfer of the male gametes to the female ovule through the process of pollination. Unlike bryophytes and the seedless vascular plant, angiosperms and gymnosperms have larger photosynthetic and dominant sporophytes. However, the ovule of flowering plant develop into fruits inside the ovaries. Sporophyte and gametophyte stage compared to gymnosperms. In angiosperm, the alternation of generation occur in the gymnosperm is more modified and gametophyte are reduced size and cellular number. The mature and immature microgametophyte in angiosperm and gymnosperm. The megagametophyte is reduced to much greater extent. Description of typical flower. A typical flower has four main parts: calyx, corolla, androecium, and gynoecium. Reproduction. The calyx is composed of green leafy structure known as sepals. It protects the inner part of the flower and it is the outermost wall. The corolla is comprised of petals which are usually bright color. Its function is to attract insect to the flower. Together the calyx and corolla is known as perianth. The number of sepal and petal varies depending on the plant, whatever they are monocot or a dicot. Androecium, which is the third part of the flower, contains the male reproductive structure. It has stamen with structure that contain the microsporangia. The gynoecium is the innermost part of the flower. It contains the female reproductive components. The carpel is the individual unit of gynoecium that has the stigma style ovary. You can observe here mature flower, stigma style ovary, the female reproductive organ, and stamen are the anther and filament. Botany with YouTube is our channel. Like our channel, like our videos. And if you have any question related to our topic, you can ask us in comment section and you can also share your point of view with us. Development of ovum in the ovary. In angiosperms, the ovule is the structure that gives rise to the and contain the female reproductive cells. It has three major parts: the integument, the nucellus, the female gametophyte. The integument is a protective cell layer around the ovule. It is divided into an inner and outer integument. The nucellus form part of the inner structure ovules forming a layer of diploid cell. The female's gametophyte is known as the megagametophyte and also termed as the embryo sac in angiosperms. Development of pollen grains in the anther. The male gametophyte develop and reach maturity in an immature anther. In a plant, male reproductive organ develop a pollen take place in a structure called microsporangium. The sporangium, which are usually bilobed, are pollen sac in which the microspores develop into pollen grains. These are all found in the anther, which is end of stamen. Pollination. The process by which the pollen grains are transferred from the anther to the stigma of the flower. Pollination can be achieved in either of two processes: autogamy, self-pollination, and allogamy, cross-pollination. Life cycle of typical flowering plants. Like gymnosperm, the life cycle of typical angiosperm is heterosporous. They carry out unique process known as double fertilization. Before this process occurs, the ovule has to undergo some changes. Lifespan of flowering plants. Lifespan is taken by an organism to complete its life cycle. On the basis of lifespan, plants are of four types, which includes maize, and some are ephemeral, annual, biennial, and perennial. Classification of angiosperms. The phylum Anthophyta has been historical and typically divided into two main classes. Monocot have single cotyledon, dicot have two cotyledons. Economic and ecological importance of angiosperm. Human source of food, nutrients, income, etc. Used as food and habitat for wildlife. Used as decoration. Economic importance continue. Angiosperm also used in the production of medicine. Some plants that are used for medicine purpose: sunflower and some marigold and milk thistle. Summary: Angiosperm is the most dominant form of plant in terrestrial ecosystem, comparing about 80% of all plant species. Most crops and ornamental plants are angiosperms. Their success comes from two main innovative structures that protect the reproduction for the variability in the environment: the flower and the fruits. The plant body can be differentiated into stem, root, leaves, and divided into root and shoot system. Root, stem, and leaves are vegetative organs, whereas the flower, fruits, and seed are reproductive organs. The movement involved moving a body part primarily or permanently in response to external or internal stimulus. Angiosperms are economically important in decoration, medicines, paper production, etc. Thanks to visit our channel. Thanks for your concentration, for your attention. Good luck. Allah Hafiz.